Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I decided, hello everyone, myself Safan. So if you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. So without any announcement, I thought I should go on a live and talk about the UniFi network which I use in on a daily basis. So in this live stream, we will share about the topics on the UniFi and what UniFi devices do you use daily on your home as well as the office. So as you can see on the screen, I have lots of sites which I own and some other customer site which I manage through unifi.ui.com. So you can see I have a Dream Machine Pro which is at my home, and I have a UCG Ultra which is at my office, and then I have a Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus where I have the Cloud Gateway. I mean, not a Cloud Gateway, the UXG Pro. And also I'm running a UniFi Express on my network. I have done a video last week. I hope you have seen that. These all are my testing gateways. If I move from one place to other place, I just test these devices gateways, and all these are invited, the invited gateways you see, I've invited to access that site and manage or troubleshoot the sites. So we will take a look into our current site on the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus. Right now you will see, I will show you what UniFi devices I have on my network, and what is the purpose of each devices. So we will take a look into that. So right now you see on the UniFi devices, I have a list of wired devices as well as the wireless devices. So first we'll take a look into the wired devices. So I have a Flex Mini switch, I have a 124 port PoE switch and one Enterprise 8 PoE, as well as the USW aggregation switch, as you can see here. So these are all switch I use on my network. So I will tell you each use cases of UniFi switches. Right now it is on the right hand side. I have a rack, so where all the UniFi devices are mounted. So I have a UniFi gateway. Let me show you what's the difference between the gateway and the cloud gateways. So you will get to know exactly, if I'm saying gateway. So there are two things in the UniFi. Uh, there is one UniFi cloud gateways and the one cloud keys and gateways. So the one says UniFi cloud gateways, which means all these all these gateways run UniFi consoles on it. I mean, running on UniFi OS. So they are called UniFi consoles. So you will get to know, like it's a plug and play devices. Uh, all you just need to connect into the network, and the UniFi network protect UniFi Talk, all application will be inbuilt. So I got one question from the FG Tech stores. It says also UCG Ultra, it is getting a lot of traction in India now. Do you think it will be more preferred as default gateway choice going forward? Yeah, I think so, because USG Ultra, if you see as of now in the current scenario, it has all the things. I can show you right now. Right now on my desk I have a UCG Ultra. So this is the UCG Ultra we are talking about. So as you can see, it's very, I mean, light in weight. You can mount it on a desk or mount it. I mean, there is no mounting on a wall, but you can place it on a desk or your rack. So the main thing of this UCG Ultra, it got a 2.5 GB WAN port, and as you know, it only runs UniFi network and UniFi inner space. So here you can see the specification of it, because if you run IPS and IDS, it will provide 1 Gbps routing with IDS and IPS. So if you guys are watching my live stream from India, so I would suggest you to check out FG Tech Store, which has all ubiquiti devices. I mean, right now on the official Ubiquiti India store, these devices are not available, like the Cloud Gateway Ultra and the UCG Ultra, but FG Tech Store has both the devices, so you can get on a affordable prices, and it will be dispatched and delivered within 2 to 3 days. So you can see very pricing is very effective. You will get support on that. Even I can help in configuration and everything. So this is the Cloud Gateway Ultra which I am talking about. So the specification right now, you will see it got like you can set up as a multiple WAN, like load balancing or failover you can set up, because it got 4 ports. So the ports are remappable. So the fifth port is a WAN port, is just a WAN, you can't set up as a LAN. And the fourth port, you can either set as a LAN as well as a WAN. So it's a remappable, you can set up it under the UniFi network settings. And all the 3 port are used, I mean, those are LAN port. You can connect any of the networking devices on your same network, so it will pass the data through on that network. So it's very easy. It is powered by the type C cable provided inside the box. It does not give you enough, I mean, it does not draw any enough power on it. Like if you see here, it just go up to 6.2 watt. And the best thing, it got a LCM display of 0.96. So that's a good thing. I mean, you can get all the stats of your data and everything. You can place it on your ambient, I mean, on your home network. Like it can goes up to temperature, like the operating temperature minus 10 to 40. But I don't think so these devices heat much as compared to the cloud keys. So the difference in the cloud gateway, UniFi cloud gateways and the cloud keys gateways are, because the UniFi cloud gateways like UCG Ultra, UDM Pro, UniFi Express runs UniFi OS. They have inbuilt UniFi network on it, where you can run all the applications. So for this, right now I have a cloud gateway Ultra. So considering this cloud gateway Ultra is a UniFi cloud gateway, it has just UniFi network and UniFi inner space. There are no other applications running on it. But if you take a look into the Cloud Gateway Max, it runs all the applications. As you can see, it got a storage options here. It's the same form factor of the Cloud Gateway Ultra, but it got a slot of where you can put your SSD, like if you get for no storage, 512 GB SSD, 1 TB and 2 TB. So you can run UniFi Protect applications on it. So if you get with the no storage, they still get with the slot of that. So if you check the build features here, it looks the same as UniFi Cloud Gateway Ultra, but it got a selectable NVMe SSD storage up to 2 TB for NVR. So that's a good thing because it runs all the applications like UniFi Protect and everything. And the cloud, let's jump into the cloud keys and the gateways. So what is cloud keys and the gateways? So cloud keys runs UniFi OS applications, which runs on the application. So all these gateway which you see are listed in the gateways, they are the standalone gateway. They don't have any UniFi OS on it. So you will need the either cloud keys, Cloud Key Enterprise, official UniFi hosting, or the Hostify to manage these cloud gateways. So if any of the client, I mean customer, get the gateway light, so they should know if they're getting a gateway light, they should have UniFi Cloud Key, or they have official UniFi hosting, or they have Hostify, or they self-host on their controller, like on the download the software from the Ubiquiti website and manage this gateway light on the, I mean on the UniFi network. But if you consider cloud gateways, you don't need to purchase any cloud keys because everything is inbuilt on it. So in my network, if you see, I have a UXG Pro, which is the UniFi Next Generation Gateway Pro. So if you take look into the ports right now, the WAN and LAN, I'm just using a single WAN and single LAN as of now. So if you take a look into the port manager, this is the port 3 I've connected using S direct attach cable, DAC cable, because these two ports are SFP plus. You can go up to 10 gig connection, but my internet connection is goes up to 500 Mbps. But I want to utilize these port with the SFP, so I can use this two port as a WAN 2, and I can connect other as a LAN 2. So the downlink of port 4 is connected to the UniFi aggregation switch. So I have already shown in my video where I've shown the rack about the UniFi aggregation switch. This is a very good switch, compact switches from the Ubiquiti, where you get all 8 port are 10 gig SFP plus, and it's a very tiny switch as depending upon the other UniFi switch, which is the depth of the switch is not much as compared to the other UniFi switch. So I have connected all my devices using DAC cable on the USW aggregation switch. So the port 1 is uplink to the UXG Pro, and the 24 PoE switch is connected to the port 4, and you can see the color difference. The light blue color indicates it is connected, fully connected, negotiate to 10 GB, and the green color says it negotiate to 1 GB only. Why? Because the USW 24 PoE, this is the, I mean, first gen 24 PoE, second gen 24 PoE switch, which does have only 2 SFP plus port, goes up to 1 gig, not 10 gig. So that's why you will see it's a green color. Even on my network, you see I have a USW enterprise also. So you must be asking why I do have so many switches. Because these switches is I mean very handy, like where you want to have 2.5 gig as well as 10 gig on your network. So I have a U7 Pro on my network, so I want to utilize a 2.5 GB interface on that, because the U7 Pro has 2.5G. So I have connected the U7 Pro on my UniFi Enterprise 8 PoE, so it get full 2.5 GB. And as you can see here, the power drawn by the U7 Pro, it's 9.41 watt. So I can power the switch on the Enterprise 8 PoE, and it is uplink to the USW aggregation switch. So we have taken a look into the USW aggregation switch Enterprise 8 PoE, because the Enterprise 8 PoE switch is not a rack mounted switch. It has the form factor of like desk mounted. So I can show you here. Yeah, so this is a layer 3 switch. The best feature of this is a layer 3 switches, and all the 8 port are PoE plus, and they goes up to 2.5 GB. So backward compatibility is also possible. You can connect any 1 gig device also. It will negotiate to 1G also. And you can see the total power PoE availability on this switch is 120 watt. So also you can utilize 2 SFP plus port. So on my network, you have seen that I've directly connected from the USW aggregation switch to the Enterprise 8 PoE switch using the DAC cable. And then I have a one standard USW 24 PoE switch, which is also directly connected to the aggregation switch. And this switch is I mean mostly utilized in my network, like lots of cameras, access point, everything is connected to this switch. As you can see here, this is the I have a one Raspberry Pi which is also connected to this switch. And the cameras like the G5 Turret Ultra, G3 Bullet, and I have one door access UniFi Access Ultra, which is also connected to the UniFi 24 PoE switch, and the UniFi Swiss Army Knife Ultra, and one UAPAC light. As you can see here, this is my connection. And then I have a Flex Mini switch. So the Flex Mini switch is very I mean the tiny 5-port compact switch from the Ubiquiti, where all the ports is 1 gig only, and this switch is as you can say, it does not have any SSH options. So typically all the Ubiquiti switch which you see here on the list they have all SSH option. You can adopt using SSH method. Like if you don't see the ubiquiti device directly on your network, you have to adopt it using SSH. By default, username and password is UBNT. But this Flex Mini switch does not have any SSH option, so you have to adopt it using layer 3 adoption method, or DSCP option 43. And all the all the 5 port on the switch is 1 gig, and it's a very tiny switch. You can utilize on your network, you can put on your desk and utilize all the ports with the 1 gig connections. It can power with the type C cable provided inside the box, or you can power it with the other UniFi switch using the PoE in. For first port is a PoE in, and so you can power. So you can see it's very tiny. Right now there is also one switch is a Flex 2.5 GB, and the Flex 2.5G PoE is also available. Flex 2.5G is all port, has 2.5. It is not yet available in India, but the feature from Flex Mini 2.5 GB is, as you can see here, this Flex Mini 2.5G support STP, RSTP and all the priorities with the port level disabled, but the Flex Mini does not have that feature. You can't set the custom port profile on that. So you can see it does support port isolation, storm control, port mirroring, but does not support STP and RSTP. That the feature is missing in the Flex Mini switch. And then I have a gateway. I've shown you the gateway, the UXG Pro. So the UXG Pro is a standalone gateway, and I have paired the gateway with the CloudKey Plus, the CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, because the CloudKey Gen 2 Plus runs UniFi network, UniFi OS and all the other applications. So as you can see here, if I go to the settings of the CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, under the control plane, you will see all the applications listed which I am talking about. So UniFi network, UniFi protect for camera, inner space for the floor plan map, UniFi access for the door, elevator, UniFi talk like the phone of the Ubiquiti VoIP, and UniFi connect, the intercom system from the Ubiquiti. So you can use all the, and you must be asking like, if I have a CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, then why should I not using the Protect? Because I'm running the UniFi Protect on the separate applications called the UNVR, which is the Unified Network Video Recorder. If you check under the Wi-Fi security and gateway, I'm using this because you get benefit, because it got 4 hard drive bay, so you can utilize, and you can increase your camera capacity from here. Like if you are using 2K cameras on your network, like it goes up to 10 cameras is your requirement. But in the CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, is only useful when you have only 2 to 3 cameras, like you can add only 1 TB storage. So that's why you can't upgrade to any storage if your camera motion recording got increases. So like for 2 to 3 cameras you can go for the CloudKey, but for the higher camera and for higher capacity storage, you should upgrade to the NVR. uh, and for more cameras, 4K cameras, you can even upgrade to the NVR Pro and the Enterprise, which is a very beefy. You can get up to 16 hard drive bay. This goes up to 7 NVR Pro, and this is the 4, the starting one, which I have in my network. So I was saying that if you use like 5 2K cameras, and you have 1 TB 8 TB of storage on that, so you can, and if you want a storage of up to like 1 month, so 8 TB will be utilized on that. And if you check for the 4K cameras, you have to get more, like 2 8 TB drives. So as you can see, for 1 month capacity of storage, you should get 2 8 TB drives with 5 4K cameras. So if you increase the camera count like 6 10, so the maximum you can use on this is like but as you can see here, as soon as I increase the camera and I want a storage, but it will give me only 18 days storage. So you can just opt for the network video recorder pro. So if I choose for 15 cameras on this my storage, and I want a 30 days backup 1 month, so it will utilize 5 hard drive bay. So there is a RAID option available, RAID 1, RAID 10 and RAID 5 in the network video recorder. And then I use the all access point. Let's come into the access point. Like I have an access point which use in my network. So at the top right now I have a U7 Pro here, and I have a UAP AC light which is on the other shop, and I have used the PTP link from the Lightbeam 5 AC Gen 2. There is hardly 1000 meter in that link, and one Swiss Army knife Ultra for connecting any IoT devices. Everything you can see, there are so many clients connected on the guest on that network. And so the U7 Pro, let's talk about the U7 Pro. So U7 Pro is not yet available in India because due to the licensing, like FCC regulations, because the 6 gigahertz band is not yet available in India. Only the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz band. Even the 6E is not available in India. But you can get it from from the UAE anywhere, so you can still use that. So right now you can see I have only 2.4 gigahertz client and the 5 gigahertz client on my clients tab. If you take a look into the clients right now, this much client is connected to the network, and everyone is using either 5 gigahertz or 2.4. No, I mean there is no such devices on my network which has a 6 gigahertz uh, network interface card. So you can see the insights, it's got 3 band, only 2.4 and 5 gigahertz has been utilized, and you can check the history here. And from here you can change all the channel width, transmit power. I have set auto, and for the 5 gigahertz also I've set to auto, and the 6 gigahertz is set on a default. So this AP is 2 into 2 MIMO, not 4 into 4 and 3 into 3 MIMO. And then I have a Swiss Army Knife Ultra. So this is basically like a outdoor access point for the mesh purpose. It is used. As you can see here, there are lots of guests are connected. The clients, because I have one of the guest network, as you can see here, and everyone is connected to that guest network. They know the password of it. It's very simple. I've not set up any captive portal on it, but I can set a captive portal on it. So I use UAP AC Lite, U7 Pro, and the Swiss Army Knife. Only thing you will see, the U7 Pro does not have any Bluetooth, but the other access point has a Bluetooth. So you can pair any UniFi sensor on it, like the UP Sense. The last week Ubiquiti has announced this under the camera and security section. If you take a look into the super link where you can manage all the Ubiquiti Protect sensors. So for example, the sensor I'm talking about is this sensors, all in one sensor, because this detect motion, temperature, humidity, even water. So this has a Bluetooth options. So if any of the Ubiquiti devices supports Bluetooth, it will directly detect, and you can adopt it on your UniFi Protect application, and it will be used. So right now, the last week they have announced Superlink. So Superlink is a gateway, which it's like a hub device gateway where you can manage all your UP Sense, which has Bluetooth. So you don't need to rely on the Ubiquiti access point for to connect the sensor. So it support up to 7 UP Sense Bluetooth devices with improved long range and connectivity, and the 96 Superlink clients with up to 2 kilometer of range. So that devices, the Superlink sensor and all those are not yet announced. Not yet released on the Ubiquiti store, but it will be released soon. Also, I have a AI port, and I will put down a video soon on my channel. What does AI port do? Because this AI port will enhance your non-AI camera, non-UniFi third-party camera with the AI features like the face, license plate recognitions. So please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you will get a detailed video on the AI port. Let's back to the my network. So this Swiss Army Knife Ultra is a mesh access point, like the outdoor access point, which is connected outside on the pole. So you can see the connectivity right now on 2.45 the client, and I mean the dBm is as you can see here 2.4 goes up to 25, and transmit power is connected 20 dBm on both 2.4 and 5. The retries on this AP is very high because lots of the clients are getting connected and disconnected. uh, but the range of this UK Ultra is also good because if you uh, if you mount it on an open space where the line of sight is clear, you will get a full connectivity. So let me power it my Cloud Gateway Ultra again so I can show you the interface of the Cloud Gateway Ultra. All the Ubiquiti gateways interface are same. There is no such difference, only the limitations on the hardware side. So I've powered my UniFi Cloud Gateway Ultra. And now I have discussed all the switches, access point, and the gateway. So I can show you the gateway also once more. You can check under the networks. This all VLANs I use, and the internet under this is my primary connections. You can set up the secondary WAN also, and you can connect any on the other ports. You can remap it. So let's talk about one more thing under the security. Which you must be already known, like in the UniFi 9.0.x version, they have released a zone-based firewall. So basically now the firewall rules got changed from the previous traditional firewall rule where you have seen the simple and advanced firewall rule. You have to create each separate rule for each thing, but right now that has been segregated into zone based, like the internal external gateway. So the internal, it's like your main default network, and the external goes up to your primary WAN and secondary. So you can see the WAN interfaces in the internal value, the trusted network, your internal LAN VLAN gateway network, zone for each gateways. So this is a gateway network, and the VPN is very subjective. Like you can see it will consist all your site to site VPN, WireGuard VPN, which are using, even you are using Site Magic VPN, it will comes under this zone. And this is a hotspot zone. If you're using any guest hotspot, this will come under this zone. And this is the DMZ zone, dematerialized zone. So that if you're using any public server on your network and you want to get that access reachable to that server should be reachable to the internet, you can use the DMZ. And this is the untrusted network which I have created. This is the custom network I have created. As you can see here, I have edited and put my camera and the guest test on the untrusted network. Like I have named that. You can name any other, like IoT network, something like that. So here on the untrusted network, I have created, if I created an untrusted network, by default these policies is make like block traffic. So it will block any traffic, the source destination to internals, like any traffic from the untrusted network will be blocked to the internal network. So in the internal network I have a main network. So I have created one more rule which will allow only default, which is default is my main network, to the internal. So as you can see here, this is the default action. So if you want to manage the zone, you cannot manage this. This is a predefined firewall rule. Only the custom zone you can manage it here. So even you can edit the zone from here and add the network here, or if you create a policy from here, you can create any policy from here. If you want to block any of the network from, like for example, if you have a VPN network, if you don't want to access any of the devices, like specific devices, your server, your NAS is running on that network, you don't want to give them access to the gateway, you can just create a rule for that. So if you check under the all policies, I have created one network. Like for example, I've created one policies where it will block untrusted network to gateways. For example, under the untrusted network, I have a camera, I have a guest. So these device snoop, like IoT devices, I have a TP-Link, Tapo, and all those devices. So I've created a rule that these IoT devices should not reach to the UDM gateway, I mean the UXG Pro gateways, any gateways. So by default, if you connect to any of the devices, for example, right now I'm on the office network. So if I access the from here directly, for example 192.168.1.1, and you see it shows the page connection not private. I can visit the website, I can visit, so it will show me this UI page, the setup. I can open the site manager from here. So similarly, like for example, I want to test that, so I will connect to the camera network, which is under the untrusted, the network which is like the guest network, you can see here. So as soon as I connect to those network, I won't be able to ping, I won't be able to ping, or I won't be able to reach the network. So I will show you that. First you can see the policies here. So as you can see here, HTTP port HTTPS 443, 80443 and 22, I have blocked that network. So for that you have to create a profiles first under the network objects. I've created profiles for HTTP, HTTPS 443, and even I from that network I can't even SSH. So I've created a rule for that. So in the zone based firewall, you can create any policies like for the trusted network. So on the under the untrusted network, you can see it blocks the untrusted network to any internal network. So you can create that. Even if you want to create it from here, you can directly create a new virtual network like I have created for IoT. Okay, so under the IoT you can just click on the untrusted network and you can click on save. So you will go here under the security, you will see the untrusted network has been added, uh, IoT as a new network. So even you can edit from here and remove that IoT network from there. So this was quite simple, you can go do from there. After that I'm using the protection. So as you can see, this is a cyber secure. This is not available in the Asia, but I have got it by some workaround. So what does this do? Like this will give you extra signatures for the IPS and IDS signatures. As you can see here, the total signatures, the amounts stored in the database is 60. So you can view traffic flows, I mean you can check for the threats. So these all are the threats you can see here. ET drop shield, so you can see the risk here. So this helps, like you will get more IPS IDS signature, so your network will be full, I mean if you with have a firewall activities, and it will be proof from the security. I mean, so I'm using IPS and IDS on that. So if any kind of suspicious activity is done, I will get under the system log for the threats, so I can take a look into the flows, like in network intrusion attempted on my network. And then I should go for UniFi protect. No, I should just check the UniFi access, because In India, I mean, it is not available yet, the UniFi Access, but I have a UniFi Access Ultra on my network, so I can show you what's the feature of the UniFi Access Ultra. I have done a video on my channel if you have not checked. So this is the UniFi Access Ultra, and this is I'm using for the single door. So this is acting as a hub for a single door. So you can it has a built-in hub for a single door access, and you can use a lock terminal of 12 volt DC 1 ampere, and you can see it has one exit request input, and even you can unlock with NFC card or UniFi identity. I have a UniFi identity app on it, so I just place my phone on the access Ultra, the door gets unlocked. Even you can see you can get the access card or the third party NFC card, you can use that. So let me show you the interface of that UniFi Access. This is the office door right now, and here also the best thing is like you can pair the UniFi Protect with the UniFi door, so you can pair the devices. So right now I've paired one of my UniFi camera which is just placed on the desk, so if I enter the door it will just record that. So I can show you under the dashboard, you can check under the recent unlocks. Let me refresh the screen. Okay, so yeah, you can see here the recent unlock. So there is a video got detected here. If you click on that, you will get to know. So at that time I have opened the door and that has been recorded here, and you can check the unlock activities also. So you can see this is me, unlock the door, so it got detected. So you have seen that it is paired with the UniFi devices now, so you can pair any UniFi Protect devices on that. And you can check here, I have used, if I've used my UniFi phone, UniFi identity, it will show this card. Otherwise it will show the NFC card. Let me show the NFC. It's a plain card here. So this is a plain NFC card. You can unlock the door with that. So here you can check the trigger terminal exit request. Right now trigger level is close active normally open, and the lock is close active normally open. So the unlock duration you can set either 0.1, 1 second and 10 seconds. I've set to 10 seconds. And it's also got a tampering alert. If anyone try to tamper the devices, it will give UA Ultra will sound, and the LED will also go into red, and even I get alerted on my phone. And even you can see you can set a schedule for it. So right now I have scheduled for 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. the door will be unlocked. So that scheduling is working. I have tested and everything is working on that. At 8 p.m. the door get unlocked, and at 10 p.m. it get locked. You can even set for the lockdown mode. You can even locate, restart from here directly. Now under the UniFi Protect, as you can see, I am using all Ubiquiti G3 devices. I have not yet updated to any of the cameras because they are still working very fine. Recently I've got a G5 Turret Ultra, which is also like around 5 to 6 months. I mean more than 6 months I'm using, and this is very good camera. From the list of all these cameras, only the G5 Turret Ultra has features of detections like animal, person and the vehicle. It does not have face and license plate. That has been added by AI port, and I won't talk much about the AI port because that video is pending at the moment. Once it is added, I will let you know. I will put down on my channel, so you guys take a look into that. I hope you have subscribed to my channel, and all the other cameras you see, I am using the G3 Instant and G3 Flex, G3 Bullet, and the TP-Link Tapo camera, which I got from the FG Tech store. So this camera is a third-party on-whiff camera, and the two model you see, LC IPC 2K, LC IPC 360. Are the EMO 360 degree camera, which has a PTZ features, but the PTZ feature is not yet working. on the UniFi. So you can now manage the third-party cameras on the UniFi network. All you need to do is under the settings, system, advanced, you have to discover third-party cameras. You have to enable that. And for the AI compliance, you can set up smart detection, face and license plate recognitions. And let me check into the storage. So as I was talking about the UNVR, so under the UNVR I'm just using one single hard drive of 8 TB, and here you can see the storage overview. So high quality recordings and the low quality recordings, and the approximate capacity I get is around 56 days, which is around 2 months. Okay, so I can manage the control from here because I'm not using any other hard drive. I'm just using a single hard drive, and you can see the model, serial number, the lifespan, temperature on the hard drive, everything on that. If I add one more hard drive, it will start a basics protection. As you can see here, the single drive is used for data redundancy, then two are required for the RAID 1 and RAID 5 configuration. So this much UniFi devices I have. So yeah, so this is my single office network where I have a UXG Pro running on the Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus for a UniFi network. So I think I should wind up this live for now. So I will make sure to go live next week, and I should discuss some on other topic on the UniFi network. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. And thanks for watching. See you in the next stream. Bye.